Hi YouTubers, we're back with the Discus today, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a different perspective than I've done in the past. I usually do like close-up shots of the Discus tank. So now I have the camera set back a ways, and I have the entire tank in the shot, and I just put in some Australian freeze-dried blackworms, and I thought I'd let you see these big guys in their natural element, eating their lunch and doing what they do. And I thought we'd talk about some other stuff too as well. Look at that Cory cat going up to the top. They get excited. Whenever there's food in the tank, these guys perk right up like little puppy dogs, run all around and search for every little tidbit on the substrate. So they're good little, I call them my little vacuum cleaners, because they are good little vacuum cleaners. You can see the pigeon bloods pretty good. I realize it's harder to see the darker blue guys. They really, especially from this distance, they kind of blend in with the background. I actually have this flashlight that has a blue light on it, and I'm telling you, it makes, I tried it. You shine it at these blue guys and they light up like they're neon blue. It's really, really cool. So I'm considering getting some like LED blue lighting to put over the top and have that shine down. I think it would really just set off these blue guys like crazy. So we'll see about that. You know, if I do it, obviously you guys will know about it. You can see what's happening right now. Those two males are going at it. That's typical. Really typical. I thought I had the tank in correctly. I'm going to actually pan out just a little bit. Whoops, that's in. Okay, there we go. Apparently I was too far in. So I was missing part of the tank. Look at that. Pigeon blood all the way to the left of your screen is a little agitated with one of the males. So I was thinking about today, these pigeon bloods are literally the size of like a pancake. Like if you go to IHOP and get a pancake, that's how big my Discus are. You can see really well, the one on the right here that's shining really bright white, she's just huge. She's the biggest one, and she's bigger than my entire hand. So I think they're definitely at maximum size. They're fully grown adults. They're not going to get any bigger. They could get a little fatter. They're pretty thick. I'd say they're about an inch thick. At least the pigeon bloods. The blue males are definitely smaller. They're probably in the area of about 6 inches, whereas the girls are 7+. I haven't taken them out to measure them, so I'm not going to, you know, say definitively what their actual length is, but that's a pretty good guesstimate. I think the biggest one could be nearing 8 inches, which is a pretty good size for a Discus. You know, it's not record breaking or anything, but you know, I was never going for that. I wasn't going for show quality or anything like that. These are my pets. As you can hear my other pet, Louie, walking across the floor. Yeah, so these are just my pet fish, so I was never really concerned about that, but I'm proud of the fact that I grew these from babies. They're healthy, they're big, they're doing great. I have them in my display tank. Some of you might notice that the plant material, the bamboo, the fake bamboo, is on the other side of the tank. And I did that as kind of a little experiment, plus just to change it up a little bit. You get kind of bored with looking at the same thing for years after years. So this is the 3rd year for this tank. So I figured, hey, it's time to change it up. So I put the bamboo on the other side, and I wanted to see if that would change the behavior or the pecking order. It did change the overall behavior a little bit. Whereas the biggest female used to always hang out down at the right end of the tank, and she would claim, you know, 1/3 of the tank was just hers, and she didn't like anybody in it, and that was her spot. Well, that's kind of changed, and you can kind of see her right now. She's in the middle right there, and everyone else is in that left 1/3 or less. It's actually probably a quarter of the tank right there. And she's kind of claimed now the middle. And she'll go over all the way to the right, but if anything, I think she's actually claimed more of the tank for herself now. And the other guys just kind of were like, oh, all right, whatever. They don't bother her too much. Occasionally they'll drift over there and she'll push them all back. So, you know, that didn't really do too much as far as changing the pecking order. She's still at the top, and the other guys are still subordinate to her. So yeah, I mean, I have read and heard that, you know, changing the decorations in a tank and stuff can kind of change it up as far as pecking order, but I haven't really seen that in my experience. It just she's just claimed more of the tank because the bamboo is now taking up where she used to like to hang out. Now she's just, well, I'm going to take the whole middle then, as you can see, and that's what she's done. And she's still going around eating. These guys already had, like, this is their third meal today, so they're not really all that hungry. They get fed like 4 or 5 times a day. It depends. Depends on the day. Depends on how busy I am. But they always get fed, and they are fat and happy, as you can see. So I hope all your fish are doing great. I hope everybody's doing good. Here in New England, this is a really great time of year because it's just been a rough winter up here. Long. It just seems like spring is never coming. It's been spring now for a while, and we still have had freezing sleet and, you know, freezing temperatures. The crocus came up in the garden and went. The aconite came up in the garden and went, and it was like, it was not a good year for crocus and early flowers because it just, the weather's been so crappy up here. So we're really looking forward to some warm temps coming up, and that'll be nice. One of the things I changed over the winter for my discus tank was I got rid of my aging barrel. And the reason why I did that was a couple different reasons. One was I had gotten all new furniture in my living room, and I just really was tired of seeing that barrel. And I knew that my discus were old enough now and healthy enough, and the tank was well established enough where I really didn't need the aging barrel. Is it better for the fish? 100% absolutely. If you can do it, it is better. Is it 100% necessary for discus to have aged water? Guess what? It's not. But with a caveat, okay? Because here's the problem when you don't age water. And it really depends on the type of water you have. If you have well water, it's really not that much of a problem. But if you have, like me, city water, you have a problem with off-gassing. Now what happens is the water coming into the tank is highly oxygenated. It's also full of chloramines and chlorine and fluoride and God only knows what else the city's putting in my water. But with that said, if you just put your hose in the water and let it fill up, you're going to have way too many microbubbles. And I made that mistake the very first time I switched from the barrel back to city water. Because I can get the temperature perfect. The pH is really not a problem with my city water, with the tank water. It's very comparable. So the pH I don't have to worry about. My problem is the off-gassing, the microbubble. So the first time I did it, I filled up the tank like I normally did. I just stuck the hose in there, got the temperature right, let it fill up. Well, my fish, I should have taken a picture of it because it was frightening. They looked horrible. So I will never do that again. What you have to do is, if you're going straight from the tap into your tank, is you want to somehow let the water spray in from the top. Like a rain. You want it to sprinkle in, or maybe use a shower head. You want something where the water is hitting the surface of the water before it goes in. And what that does is it allows those gases to escape from the hose before it gets into your water. It's not foolproof. You're still going to get some off-gassing in the water, but it's doable. The fish don't mind. So now that I've changed the method up, they do perfectly well. So that's just a little tip there too about off-gassing. They don't need the aged water in my town with my water, but it really does depend. You know, of course I have to use prime as well. You want to treat the water regardless, even if you are aging it. I would recommend using prime just to make sure that your chloramines and everything are treated, your chlorine. Yeah, so I mean, once your fish are big, adults, and healthy, and you've got a good biofiltration going on your tank, you can use tap water. These fish do fine with that. Especially these modern, you know, domestically bred discus. They were born and raised in tap water. You know, these are Hans Stenker fish, so that's all they've ever known is tap water, and they do fine with it. So that's it. These guys are resting now. I was hoping that you'd see some more behavior and some running around, but maybe that wasn't the thing to do to feed them, and because now they're just kind of chilling. They ate, now they're going to rest, and well, except for Big Mama, she's going to go around maybe and see if she can find any scraps that the Cory cats miss. But everybody's doing good. I still got that phantom pleco in there, and he's hiding, but he's doing good. So that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, let you know that the discus are alive and well, and all is doing good. And I hope your fish are doing good. And I plan to do some more videos. I really want to get you guys out seeing the chicken farm that we have here. I think that'd be pretty cool. Also, maybe do some art videos and stuff. It's just, you know, life gets busy. I do the best I can. There's so much I want to talk about too with politics, and I'm like hesitant to go there because, like, you know, fish people probably aren't going to be into that. But I don't know. I'm debating. Let me know if you guys think hearing my ideas about politics and the state of world affairs. If anyone's interested in that, let me know. Because if there's like one person that wants to hear my opinion on things, then maybe I'll do it. You know, maybe you guys would rather just see fish. I'm with you on that too. But the world's gone pretty crazy lately, and I have some, I don't know if it's unique insight, but it's definitely my own insight. And yeah, there's a lot I could be talking about. Guns, religion, politician, corruption in the government. A lot. I try to stay up, you know, on current affairs, so let me know if anybody's interested in that. And there they go. There's a little fight over there. And that's about it. So right before I end this, I'm going to zoom in for you. Give you a little closer look at what's going on here. Maybe too close. So that's it, fish people. Hope all is well. Take care. Let me know what you think about that question I asked. And I'll see you soon.